Welcome to Near Real Sports, the home of college football simulations. Please subscribe to the channel and enjoy this simulation.
Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. We've waited so long, and finally another season of college football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the New Mexico State Aggies and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you enter Doak Campbell Stadium, you have to walk past the statue of Bobby Bowden first. This is sacred territory in college football. The fans know it. When they get chanting and the horse gets running, you know this is one of the most special places in all of college football. Can't wait to see how the Seminoles bounce back this season here at the Doak. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Seminoles kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So New Mexico State's offense will go to work first. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes and big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Moves the pocket. It's Webster. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got a man. It's Pride. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Sells the run, looking to pass. Rushes on. Fires to the tight end. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to pass on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic, and he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Seminoles offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. Going to be interesting to see how they use him throughout this game, because this linebacking crew can be exploited. Turns up, it's Robinson. Sweet cut there. At midfield, he's got room. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Noles will hustle to the line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They'll give it to the transfer, first carry of the season. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And the Seminoles have it in scoring position on first and goal. He'll do it himself. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. After losing yardage on first down, 2nd and goal from the 10. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. They're all over him. A little release to the back. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a 1st down. So the offense inches it a little closer with the help of the half the distance to the goal penalty. Snap to the back. He never had a chance, never came close to converting that 4th down. Great job by this defense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Under pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's King. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. They're going to ride this running back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
1st quarter in the books. Let's see how these 2 wide receivers are stacking up so far. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Off the boot, looking for his man. Trying to get rid of it. Unloads in the nick of time. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Webster. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Straight ahead, it's Stanley. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rid of it on the RPO. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. The Aggies trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. from inside his own 15, looking for room. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Off play action on first down. Holds on, it's Lopez. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warren.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
Look out! Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It's 3rd and 5. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Fires one high and deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Did he call bank on that one? Off the left upright and good. That'll bring him to within 4.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Running inside, it's Stanley. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Off play action. Fires quickly. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Stanley. He's got the first down. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Sells the run, wants to pass. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Webster. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Caught in the backfield, it's Lopez. Could not make his way to the corner. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Here comes the Heat, trying to make magic with his feet. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Right side, it's Robinson. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Rides to the back. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Gets rid of it. Looking to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Touchdown Seminoles! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. They march 72 yards, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at North Carolina taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's the Tar Heels coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications. Now over to your game at Doak Campbell Stadium. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Riles. Still on his feet at the 40. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athlete.
Gets loose in the middle. 10. Touchdown, Florida State. Into the end zone with a breakaway score. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. Oh, he's going to bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Now on the counter. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The run inside. It's Stanley. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Burrowing for yardage. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. Play action on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Pride. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Encroachment, defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to move them on the counter. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Right back to it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Encroachment, defense.
Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Aggies. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Cut there. At the 45 on his way. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Daniels. Hauls it in. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Pulls it. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Breaks the tackle. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? The Seminoles line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the 2nd half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Sells to fake. Oh, pressure's coming. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got great speed. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Pulls it on the option. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Headed to the 4th, and both of these running backs have been outstanding, and both have found the end zone on the day. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Oh, it is on the offensive line to shore up the protection after the sack on the last play. 3rd down. To the air, it's Daniels. Rushes on. He gets away. And slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the full. 1st down here in what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They're all over it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Catches it at the 30. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Makes the grab, it's Thomas. They'll give him 4 on the pickup, it's 2nd and 6. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield, it's Riles. Fighting off the defender. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Out wide right, it's Robinson. Plows through the defense. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. And off to Jones. Got the 1st down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. On the ground with the counter. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Catch in the middle, it's Pry. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. The Aggies want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Long way to go on 2nd down. This time they'll throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Snapped it and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab past the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Back to pass, it's Webster. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Aggies. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Who can you count on those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
Now for the extra point try late in the game. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. Guys, he's up to 103 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Wide receiver going in motion. To the ground, he's got it again. Stopped after a gain of 3, it'll be 2nd and 7. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Needs it here on 4th down. Here's a throw downfield late. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Handoff again. That'll be a 1st down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one. Florida State calls its 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics.
We hope you enjoyed the simulation. If your team won, let us know by hitting the like button. Also, leave us your score prediction in the comments section.
You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
Yeah, that's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.